Hey everyone, welcome to day one of the free 5-day What Are Macros group. I'm really excited to be here with you guys. This is totally a passion of mine. And I just wanted to share with you what I know about macros, how I track them, and how I've really been able to simplify my life and my eating and still fulfill those cravings that I might have while also maintaining my goals. So maybe this is going to be a little dry at first, but I just really want to give you guys the basics of what this is. So throughout this week, we're going to be focusing on clean eating and watching our macronutrients. So on top of watching my macros, I also do try to eat real whole foods the majority of the time because I do also like to focus on the health benefits from those foods. So I do use a system that helps me watch my macros while also being in control of my portions, which is going to help me build lean muscle that I'm looking for. So each of us and each of you are going to be doing a different workout and maybe have different fitness goals, but this rule of thumb still applies with your macros. So I really want to focus on what it means to eat clean and how to track your nutrition by focusing on those macronutrients. So let's get down to it, right? What are they? What are macronutrients? Macronutrients are a ratio of your nutrients that provides you with calories or energy for your body through the day. So these nutrients are needed for growth, they're needed for increased metabolism, and for other body functions, which are going to help us perform at our best. Since macro means large, macronutrients are needed in large amounts. So there's 3 of them that we calculate as a ratio and make up our caloric intake for the day, which are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So while each of these macronutrients provides us with calories, the amount of calories that each one provides us is going to vary, not only based on our goals, but based on our weight and height and all that. So it's really hard to just say, this is what you should be eating, because these macronutrients are going to vary based on the individual. This is not a one-size-fits-all solution. There's definite breakdowns based on your current weight, your height, whether you're a male or a female, the type of workout that you're doing, and the amount of calories that you need to consume each day. So based on the results you want and the type of activity that you choose, you're going to want to balance your macros differently. So a good ratio and rule of thumb is this. If you are building muscle, if you are bodybuilding, if you're lifting really heavy weights and you are looking to build mass, you are actually going to need to eat more carbohydrates. Carbohydrates provide your body with fuel, and that is what's going to help you build muscle. So there is about 40 to 60% of your caloric intake for the day is going to be based off of carbohydrates. And then 25 to 35% of your day would be based off of protein, and then 15 to 25% is going to be fat. Now, where most of us fall is in that maintenance range, and this is going to be a range of macronutrients, those proteins, carbs, and fats that you can maintain for the long haul, something that's going to provide you with balance and something that's going to also, if you need it, help lose weight or just build lean muscle, something that's not going to necessarily add lots of muscle, but help you build that toned physique that you're looking for. And this is usually what I use is a maintenance range, and it would be 30 to 50 on the high end percent of your day would be filled with carbs, 25 to 35% protein, and then 25 to 35% fat. Now, for those of you looking for fat loss, and this is not necessarily a maintainable ratio, I would say. This is for someone who is looking to cut down for a competition, something of that nature, and it's going to be about 10 to 20% carbs, 40 to 50% protein, and 30 to 40% fat. So how I do it, and I'm going to show you guys 2 ways how I calculate my macronutrients. And the first is with portion fixed containers. And I use the portion fixed containers, and here they are, because it simplifies my life. You guys, I don't have to, okay, I guess I'll explain the first one the first way, because it's going to make sense then. So the first way, I guess, to calculate your macronutrients is to download an app or go on a website like MyFitnessPal. That's a really great one. And what you're going to do is you're going to figure out your caloric baseline and figure out how many calories your body needs per day to function based on the exercise that you're doing, based on your height and your weight and your sex. And from there, then it'll give you a macronutrient breakdown, and you can kind of figure out how many, based on your goals, how many proteins, carbs, and fats your body is going to need. And then you can enter in the food that you eat through the day. And there's going to be a pie graph in the nutrition section, and it's going to show you how many carbohydrates you ate, how many proteins, and how many fats. And then it's going to be that ratio. So you can see, you know, if you're aiming for 40% carbohydrates in your day, you can say, oh, yep, I hit that, or no, I didn't. And here's the hard part is you have to kind of finagle with it. And if you don't have a food scale, or if you're measuring things, sometimes it's not as accurate. And it's hard for me. It's just very tedious to enter in every single ingredient that I've eaten throughout the day. And if you eat the same thing every day, then it's going to be a little bit easier, because you can just kind of be like, okay, yep, there it is on my list, and you can type it in. But for me, I found I do eat different things every day. Some of the things are the same, so that made it easy, but some of the things are different. I usually like to switch up my dinners. So I was finding that it just took a lot of time for me to enter in my food. So I switched to the portion containers, which helps me calculate my macros, and I am in that, like I said, that maintenance range. And basically what I do is I have a really simple app that I use on my phone, and it helps me calculate. I'm going to bring it up for you guys. So here it is. Okay, and it helps me. I can just hit my container count that I need, and for each day that I'm on, I can type in the containers that I've used. There we go. See? So for dinner tonight, we had steamed asparagus. So that I actually had 2 green containers of green asparagus. And then I had some chicken breast, and I actually had 2 proteins full of chicken. So then and that's the red container. And then what else did we have? Oh, I had a sweet potato, half a sweet potato. So that would be a yellow container. And then basically what you do is you can check it off, and the ratio is already given there for you. So based on the program that you have, you're going to have that ratio of macronutrients that your body needs. And then you can divide them up. Is that you, Boo? Come here, Elliot. Come here. It's bedtime, but Elliot's not wanting to be in bed, so he can help me. Okay. So then you're going to be given containers for fruit, and like I said, carbohydrates, and I have the green for vegetables, and then we have the healthy fats, which come in these containers. And based on the program that you're doing and the workout that you're doing, you're going to be given a different ratio of those containers. So it's really helpful, and it's really easy to just check off that box for me, and that's why I love it so much. So yeah, like I said, this breakdown usually is in the maintenance category. And even though, like I said, the people use these maintenance categories, in most cases, people struggle to find this balance. So I find that this is a really happy place, and this is a balance, like those containers, that people can use for a while. So one crucial additional factor that I did want to tell or share with you guys today is that the total calories you take in matters. So any macronutrient ratio is going to be ineffective if your caloric intake is too high or too low. You can't expect to achieve the physique that you want if you're unwilling to take your workout seriously, or if you're unwilling to really watch what you're eating within those ratios. So you're building a healthier lifestyle here, and it's going to take time, and with determination, resolve, and willingness to change, you're going to get there, and you're going to see progress. But it's going to take some time. So be patient with yourself. So there is, I know some of you are wondering, well, how do I figure out, that baseline? How do I figure out how many calories I should be eating? What I'm going to do for you is, in the group here, I'm going to put down a calculation for you so you can calculate, within that moderate range, if you're doing a moderate amount of exercise, what your target caloric range would be. And if you guys have questions then based on that about like how your macro breakdown would look, feel free to message me or comment below, and I can talk with you guys. So, and if you're struggling with workouts, we'll talk more about that tomorrow, but I just wanted to give you the baseline of what macros are, but feel free to ask questions below, and we're gonna go over more as the week goes on. So be open, ask questions, and I'm here for you guys. Hopefully that was helpful, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.